Hey everybody, it's Kyle coming to you from my basement. I attempted to record again and the wind got me. It's interesting because I don't have to go get shots every week now. So I can go every other week, which is great for these allergy shots. That means I've moved up a level towards not having seasonal allergies anymore. But the downfall is that it also means that I don't have that time where I'm sitting and waiting after getting my shots every single week to record this. So there you go. So that's why this is. So I listened to the audio that I recorded while I was at a volleyball open gym thing with my daughter and her friends. And it sounded pretty good. I recorded it on the Red Hydrogen 1 phone. But the issue was that it picked up every little piece of wind. So it's a no-go. But no big deal. I can kind of recall what it was I discussed and all that jazz. All right, so let's see. What are the things that are good that are happening to me right now? Well, one huge thing, and it actually comes out of something bad, but turned around to be something kind of good, would have to be the Samsung Galaxy Fold 4 debacle. So I told you guys about what happened and how I took it into U-Break iFix, which is a authorized repair shop for Samsung, and dropped that sucker off. They told me they'd be ordering the parts and they'd get it in about 5 to 7 days. After they get the parts, it'd be back to me. Business days. So I went ahead and waited a full 7 business days before I contacted them. And called them back, talked to a guy there during the day on that Thursday, and he was like, well, yeah, we'll go ahead and get those parts ordered and get this taken care of for you. And I was like, wait, what? They said they were ordering the parts when I dropped it off like a week and a half ago. Oh, well, there's lots of boxes around here of stuff, shipments that have come in, and maybe one of these is actually, the parts and stuff. Okay, well, can you check and let me know? Well, yeah, we're just really busy. Dude, I get it. I also don't care. I'm concerned with the fact that I've left this with you guys for a week and a half and nothing's been done. So he said he would check it and they would contact me again that day. Didn't hear anything. That evening, the wife and I had tickets to go see Bruce Campbell live, which was fun. Bruce Arama, he does kind of like a nerd game show. And you could play along on your device. But it was pretty cool. We had fun there. He showed Army of Darkness, which I've seen so many times. And we watched a little bit of it. My wife wasn't very interested. So we ended up calling it a night because the next morning I had to get up at like 4. And at 4:30 a.m., my son and I took off for a location about 2 hours away because he had to go sing choir for state. And the good news is they got a 1 rating, which is awesome. The bad news is I checked my voicemail because apparently U-Break iFix had called back that night, the same night that I called them, and said that it was going to be 1 to 2 months before they could get parts for this phone. I was pretty pissed. Of course, I tried to call him. Nobody answered. I thought about driving over there, decided against it. I waited really because I had so many things going on this weekend until Monday. And I called them Monday. Or I didn't call them, I'm sorry. I reached out to Samsung on Monday. They said, hey, yeah, that's crazy. Why don't you just go get it from them? And we'll have it all ready. You can drop it off. I'll send you a QR code. Go to the nearest UPS store, and you can drop it off. You don't have to pack it up or anything, and get it to us. And then 5 to 7 days after we get it, we'll have it back to you. There's no shortage of parts that we know of. So that's what I did. I went and picked it up, drove it back over to the UPS store. They took it, and then the very next morning, I got an email saying, or a text actually, saying that Samsung now had my phone. So it was an overnight shipping thing. So that was pretty great. And so now I'm just waiting to get it back. But I know it's silly, man. I'm talking about a phone like it's my long lost child, but I do use it a lot. And while I am happy that I have the red hydrogen phone, it's pretty clunky and very, very slow and all that jazz. So, yeah, I think you don't know what you got until it's gone, right? That's kind of how it goes. And that's the case here. I didn't really understand, basically how important it was and how much I use it until you don't have it. So, anyway, but the red hydrogen is working for now. The funny thing is, when I got the phone back, when I gave it to him originally, of course, I took the case off and all that jazz. So when I got it back and had it in my hand folded, I said, this is weird. So I held it up next to this red hydrogen phone. And with the case on the red hydrogen, it is thicker than the Samsung Galaxy Fold 4 folded up. I'm not even talking about open up into a tablet mode. I'm talking about folded up. So, yeah, this older phone is just really big. So hopefully I'll know something soon and they'll get that back to me ASAP. But it's a good thing because, I have the ability to do those things and take care of all that. And it's not too much of a hassle. I know, wham, wham, boo-hoo. And then the other good news is my son got a wanted state. The other good news is my daughter is back playing volleyball with her friends and stuff. She's excited to get rolling on that. Yeah, so my life is good. I got nothing really to complain about other than you break, I fix. But I need to let that go. All right. I don't need to take a break, so I'll just take a big pass on that, and I'll go right into what I'm into right now. Music. So, there have been a few albums rolling into the old Trail compound. The first one I can think of that I know I had discussed with you guys a few times would have to be the Porcupine Tree Record Store Day exclusive record. I was unable to get it around Kansas City, and so I went and looked on Discogs, and there was a guy on there that had it who was selling it for basically MSRP, for the suggested retail price. So I jumped on that, ordered it, he shipped it out, all that jazz. Got it. It's just a 4-song album. It's just 2 songs on each side, and it's a 45 RPM master, so got a nice, good, rich, clear sound. But, when I went to go put it into my library on Discogs, first thing I noticed is that the cheapest you can get that record for is about $120. So I'm pretty thankful that this guy hooked me up for what he actually got it for instead of trying to rip me off too much. So that's pretty awesome. Let's see, what else did I get in? Quicksilver soundtrack, which is as horrible as I imagined it probably would be. You forget about those things, and you can't go back on your nostalgic memories, man. If you try and go back and listen to something or watch something that you loved when you were younger, usually it's not at the same level that you remember it as. But anyway, it's still kind of fun listening to it, and it's kind of interesting. What else came in? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, there's been a lot of things. I know that I did finally also, when I ordered that Killer Dwarfs album, Stantall, and I have it on cassette, and I'm sure I posted in here, and you guys have seen the images of the cassette and heard the music of me playing the cassette. And it's great, but the cassette's pretty warped and does not sound very good anymore. So, kind of one of those things. But I wanted to get the vinyl. I've never had a vinyl from them. So, yeah. So that guy, when I ordered that, he contacted me back immediately and said that he had just heard that his stepfather had passed away, and he was wondering if he could have some extra time before he sent it to me. I was like, yeah, man, of course, please. Go do what you got to do. You got to take care of family first, and don't sweat it. Take whatever you need. I'm not in that big of a rush. And again, guys, that's kind of what I'm talking about when it comes to vinyl. In a lot of other scenarios like that, people be like, well, why don't you ship it on your way out of town? and crap like that. But it seems like people in vinyl just they're just a little more easygoing, you know. So anyway, long story short, it was over 3.5 weeks ago or whatever that I ordered it. I got that in this week too, and I've been jamming that out, and I love it. I also got my first Vinyl Moon record, which is basically a subscription service where they create basically a mixtape on vinyl for you every month based upon your interest in music. Got my first one of those. Absolutely love it. Looking forward to my second one, which is coming soon. They actually sent me over a thing today so I could kind of go listen to the tracks on that one. Looking forward to that as well. It's going to be awesome. Great stuff. The artwork, it's beautiful. The music's great. It's just a win-win-win situation. So, all right. You know, the other thing I was going to say, too, I was just thinking when I was talking about my son and getting a one at state and all that, totally forgot to mention this. He did get his driver's license, so that's pretty exciting around here. He gets my old Optima Hybrid, and he loves it. But yeah, I mean, he's driving himself and his sister to school every day. When he has appointments and stuff, he just goes to them. We don't have to worry about it. It's pretty great. It was a little scary at first, but you know, we're getting used to it. But all right, so back on to what I'm into. Let's see, movies, TV. Yeah, nothing really new there. I did start the Waco series, the limited series that's on Netflix about Waco, Texas, about the Branch Davidians. David Koresh's cult. I've seen a few other documentaries on this before. In my opinion, obviously he was in the wrong. But so was the United States, and so was the ATF. I think that there was no need to invade like they did. But at the same time, the shit that he was doing inside there, I think people just really didn't know. He was kind of a boogeyman at the time, and they wanted to stop whatever it was he was doing. And they took it too far. A lot of people died. It's pretty sad. But anyway, that documentary is really good. If you haven't seen any of that, the new one on Netflix, it's pretty well made. And then there's also a couple other things on there that I've been interested in. The Boston Marathon bombing, that documentary series that's on there. And then I saw an ad this weekend, I think, for a new show called Monsters. It's not new. I think it was called Monster before now. But the new episode's called Monsters, or the new limited series. And it's about, what are those brothers called? I can't remember. The two brothers from the 90s who killed their parents. They're just total morons. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that too. I know, it's all about killing and murder. Sorry, guys. I just have an interest in it. That's all there is to it. And, you know, I've seen some other stuff, some trailers and stuff that's coming that looks pretty cool. But mostly we've been watching a lot of stand-up comedy from Jim Gaffigan and other great stand-up artists. And, you know, I mean, that's really about it at the moment. Yeah. Oh, I know. I've been watching a lot of the Y Files on YouTube. I've talked about that before. It's not Y like the letter Y. It's WHY Files. It's a play on the X-Files, which was a TV show, but it's the Y Files. And the guy goes through like a conspiracy theory scenario each episode on YouTube and, you know, discusses it all the way through and talks about other theories and stuff like that. It's really cool. And he's got kind of a little comical sidekick that's a goldfish puppet that's next to him in a tank or in a goldfish bowl that has all kinds of snarky comments. His name is Hecklefish. So, yeah, I support them over Patreon. And I actually have even got some swag of theirs. I got a Lizard People ball cap, and I got some Hecklefish stickers that are pretty cool. So I'm into it. Knee deep. All right, what have I been reading? Nothing, really. Nothing at all. Nothing new or exciting there. I need to. I have been listening to a new audiobook. Let me see if I can take a look at what that's called. I didn't get to do that earlier when I recorded this, so let me give her a good gander at this point. It's really solid. I took a break from the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes novelization this week and decided to listen to something else. So I listened to Eric Larson, great author, writes some like interesting historical fiction type stuff. But this is a book called No One Goes Alone, and it's kind of a murder mystery thing too. It's really well written, and I dig it. I started listening to it while I was mowing this week, and yeah, it's pretty great. But other than that, I really haven't done much with reading, and I need to. It's pitiful. I really got to do that this summer. All right. Gaming, nothing new really there. Just, nothing. I haven't really played anything this week at all, hardly. Last 2 weeks, really. Podcasts, well, on the subject of podcasts, I'll go back to the Y-Files, because what they do is they actually take all of the episodes off of YouTube and they cut them down and everything in the audio, and they release them on as a podcast, and it's pretty great. So if you're looking for something to listen to that's interesting and humorous, it's perfect for you. But yeah, I've been listening to that, the Y-Files Operation Podcast. Check it out if you get a chance. Another new one that I started, I haven't really listened to yet, is called The Radio Murders, Silenced, The Radio Murders. Yeah, I really like that as well. I listened to like the first episode, I think. It's very interesting. And I'm thinking about anything else. I don't think there's anything else new. No new episodes of High Strange. Of course, I Survived has a new episode every week. Bone Valley was... I listened to... They had a new bonus episode of that was pretty interesting, leading up to the parole hearing for Leo Schofield, the main person in it. So looking forward to more information on that. That's coming up this summer, his parole hearing, summer/fall. But yeah, that's it about it on podcasts. Nothing else new there, really. And that's it, guys. I mean, there is not much else for me to talk to you guys about. That's really about it. Like I said, things are going really well. Life's really good. Nothing to be bummed out about or sad, which is awesome. And yeah, that's all I got. Oh, another cool thing, we got rid of the pool completely. We paid my son and some of his friends. They tore it down, and he and some of his friends also helped me this last weekend. We took all the parts and junk to the dump, which was extremely rough day on Saturday, but we got rid of it all. And to cap it off, on Sunday, even though I was pretty ache and pains all the way, I got to mow the lawn, and April's done such a good job with it. It looks really nice and lush and green. So if you're around in my neighborhood, do me a favor. Get off my lawn.